getting a wheelchair is like going car shopping. There's so many out there. And so you really are relying on your therapist to help guide you in what chair you're going to get. So all I can say is really do your research. Just don't listen to the person you've been assigned. You know, question them if you want, look online, talk to other people with disabilities if you can. Because I didn't realize that my chair was just so not fit correctly for me. And then when I finally did and I was fit in a Lite chair, it made the world of difference. So that's what I recommend. Like, you just got to educate yourself, and you can't always rely on somebody else to tell you, you know, what to do.
I was that uneducated consumer, didn't know, and the decision was made for me. I just knew something wasn't right. Something wasn't right, because if I'm feeling like I'm unstable, I'm not pushing as easy as I should push, something's just wrong, you know what I mean? I just kind of don't get it. But until you kind of look at other people in chairs and start looking at pictures and kind of try to figure out, why is that person seated in more of a bucket? Why is that person not so much in a bucket? Why is that person's wheels so far forward? Why are they so much backward? What are the answers to these questions? So by looking at those, you know, people in chairs, looking at pictures and stuff like that, there had to be reasons why there were different positions for different people. So by trying to fool around with my own chair and change things around, I realized that, you know what, there are better positions for me to be in that chair that offer more stability, ease of push, and ultimately it just would be a lot easier for me to sit in throughout the day.
The most important thing when shopping for a manual chair, I think, is the feel is a huge part of it. How's it going to feel for you as a user? Whether, you know, the type of seating system, backing system, the dimensions is a huge part of your life as a wheelchair user. Whether you're going to be able to fit in and out of doorways, the length of it, you know, to be able to, your turning radius depends on the length of the chair. I think also the materials that are used, the look of the chair itself. I think some people have different ideas of what they want from their wheelchair. For some people, it's an extension of their personality. They want something loud and vibrant and fun. And for other people, they want something more toned down, more discreet and visible. Right now, the chair that I'm using is a Colors razor blade. It's a great chair. I mean, it's a beautiful chair. It's kind of an everyday chair, but it's not at all a hospital chair. It's still cool, it's cutting edge. I've gone with black and chrome because I'm in a band, and hopefully that'll pull some lights off the stage and give you some reflection. I also have power assist wheels on the frame, on the Colors frame, so that actually has been a huge impact on my life, just getting around.
I got hurt when I was 19. You know, before I was hurt, you know, life was all about running and balance. You know, you need to be your body balanced. Same with the wheelchair. You have to be balanced in your product. You have to be able to lean forward and backwards and to the side. You have to be balanced where you're not going to flip over and flip forward. You have to feel comfortable in the product. Otherwise, you start holding back or you start hurting yourself with wheel access and not having the proper wheel access and being able to push efficiently. So the fit, and from that fit, you need to be really balanced in that product. Because if you're balanced and the chair rolls properly, you're going to take off 1,000 rolls a day, and 1,000 rolls a day is going to help with the repetitive injuries that are out there. So there's a lot of little factors that happen when you're picking out a product.
When you're picking up your wheelchair in and out of your car every day, the little bit more of weight it has makes a huge difference on your upper body and your shoulders.
The next great frontier for chair design is probably chair structure. You know, taking weight away but adding more structure to the product with thinner wall tubing, different types of alloys, different types of manufacturing ways of doing things and making things just more efficient and lighter weight. You know, the way that my chair's set up, it's set up, and I'm on carpet here, but what I want to do is just give one quick push, and I want to glide. So I don't want to have these little short little pushes. You know, it's all about technique and pushing the chair and reaching back as far as you can, and then coming through that push and then back through and your push. And that's kind of, you use less wrist, less shoulder, less elbow. All those repetitive injury stuff happens when you're in a chair, and that's why it's really important to be efficient in the push and the glide. We call it the glide of the chair.
My chair is very narrow. It's easy for me to get in bathrooms, in tight corners, like if I'm out shopping, in between racks. I can go to my friend's house and get through her doorways, and it's nice. It allows me to be as independent as I can possibly be, which is really important. I use the Lite TR because it's classy, it's simple, and it allows me as a person to shine. I beat the crap out of it. It's in and out of my car all day, and I'm wheeling through dirt and grass and maybe on the beach or whatever. Like, it goes through so much, and it's so reliable. And you need that because these are my legs and I can't have to worry about my chair breaking down. That's not cool.
Everyday living in a wheelchair is being an athlete. So the sport of everyday living, you have to think like an athlete, because you always have to be stable and you always have to be in the best performing product. Really, just to be healthy. It's like a prosthetic limb. You know, if you had a orthotist, you know, build a leg on one side, they're going to copy and match. They're not going to. It's not going to be off 1/4 of an inch. It has to be precise, and that's what a wheelchair is. It has to be precise to what you're looking for.
Brought to you by the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation and Gold Pictures.